Okay, so this week's episode's a little different than past episodes. Spending most of my waking hours here at the shop. I'm smoked, I'm tired, but you see I've been busy. And I got 3 more sitting over here. I'm tired, it's getting late, and I'm gonna get out of here for the evening. But I can't get too far because unfortunately I have a physical tomorrow morning with my doc, so that'll be bright and early and I gotta be there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go find somewhere quiet and just sit by a fire, cook something to eat, and just relax and get out of the shop for a little bit. I have been grinding in here for weeks. I'm usually here 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't left. Now, the earliest I left was yesterday, and that was 7:30 at night. So, but we're gonna take off. I gotta stop and get fuel, grab a quick shower at the gym, and then we're out. So let's hit the road. I've got a lot of questions lately on what I've been doing and where I'm at. Well, this is what I'm doing. As you can see, I've been busy. Actually, my son and I have been busy. But we are doing a lodge order that we have to get done. So there's more beds over here that are completely finished. They're a little dusty currently from all the dust that I keep making, but this is what I've been up to. My son works a full-time job, so when he's off, he swings by and we crush as many hours in here as we can. But this is what I've been doing, and the reason I'm doing it is this lodge needs this furniture here as soon as we can get it done, basically. But this is a remote lodge, so all this furniture is going to be flown out in an airplane. And I'm not real sure what plane it's going to go in yet. I haven't really got that far with the lodge owner yet. Previously, in the past, it was flown out in a Beaver. So I'm not real sure on this one. It might go in a DC-3, but if it goes in a Beaver, it'll be a Beaver on floats, and then it'll land on the lake. The airstrip is just above the lodge, so not a big deal. He's flown in big planes there plenty of times. But this is what I've been up to. So that's why the adventures have been kind of down, but this order is just about finished. It just needs to put finish on the rest of these beds, and I need to build 2 more queen size beds and then a small table and chairs, and then this order is finished and ready to go. And the good part about that is next week is the peak of or the beginning of the peak of the Sockeye salmon run. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. We're going to be doing a lot of fishing, and possibly even later this week, because I've got the bulk of this order pretty much wrapped up at this point. My son and future daughter-in-law will be here this evening, and they're going to put finish on these beds that aren't finished yet, and then this order's finished. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. It's been busy. It's been hectic. You know, I usually get here in the morning around 6:30, and I'm in here making sawdust as much as feasibly possible. I wake up every morning super sore. My whole body hurts, but progress is being made. And the reason we're doing all this is this is how I'm funding the restoration of my van. So, but anyhow, I figured I'd show you what we're up to and what's been going on. Now you get a better idea. There was a lot more logs in that pile at one point. My son has been peeling like a madman. I mean, that's one day's mess right there. I just haven't got it cleaned up yet. That was yesterday. And then this huge pile of logs that was sanded and ready to go, or peeled and ready to go, I've pretty much turned those into these. We built these 4 beds right here the last couple days, so that's what we've been up to. These 3 over here were built 2 days ago, or 3 days ago now. So yeah, it's it's coming along. I've had a few of you ask about more shop projects, so we'll include a little more shop projects, but we're also going to get back out because once this order's out of here and fishing, the bulk of my fishing's done for the season, and my freezer's full, and my smokers are full, then I will transition to, I've got to do some van upgrades too, because winter's coming quick, and after moose hunting season, then, yeah, it gets cold pretty quick after that, so we're gonna have to hustle. I've got a lot of projects I got to get done on the Vanagon. All those boxes and totes back there are brand new parts that are still waiting to go on the Vanagon, and I still have a bunch more in my storage unit. So got to get that on there. It's currently sitting right there. But I'm going to get back to work. I figured I'd just kind of give you a quick little update, show you what we're doing, and then we'll probably pick up later this evening. So as you can see, it's been really windy out here today. It's supposed to be a big windstorm today, but that telephone pole right there had a loud boom earlier, and wasn't quite sure what it was, but I looked out the window, and I'll insert the video here. Just heard a huge boom, and then looked out the side of the van at the power pole, and now it's on fire almost. That was pretty gnarly. I mean, that boom shook the van, and this is just outside my shop. I'm just sitting here editing some video. But wow, that was kind of a new experience. I did talk to the lineman after all this video that shows, and what he told me was a tree had fallen across the lines down the road a ways, so it tripped the breakers right there at this pole. That was why I heard the loud boom. I've been building a bunch of beds. As you can see, there's 7 of them right here, and my shop is full. There's 3 more for this same lodge right here. So these are going to a remote lodge that have to be flown out in an airplane. So we'll film that, don't worry, because I got to go assemble these out in the bush. But these are going to a remote lodge, and I figured I'd just take you through here. I didn't film much of the building process because I've been trying to get them done. I have a short window to work here because fishing season's here, and I want to go catch some fish, and I want to take you along and go fishing. So I'll walk you through the beds real quick, just kind of show you some of the character on them. They're all twin size, and each bed has a lot of uniqueness. As you can see, you know, they get check marks in them, which are the cracks. Those are natural. Can't do anything about them. It's just the particular wood I'm using, which is spruce. But we try to put a little character in every single bed. This one's got a curved foot posts and just uniqueness. A little curve in the headboard. Never want a bed to be perfectly straight or curved or anything. You just want to kind of give them each natural character. Like this particular bed has, all these logs came out of a forest fire we had a few years ago, well, back in 2019. So I've been using those, but you can see the burn marks that were under the bark. And there's some blues and just some really neat color and character to each bed. So I don't get credit for all of this. My son has been grinding in this shop for hours upon hours with me, peeling logs. I mean, he's done all the log peeling. He's helped me assemble almost all of these beds. I did all the sanding, but that's just because I can sand while he's at work. He does have a full-time job, so this was just a bonus for him. He's making a little extra money. And to be honest, we're not making a lot of money on this particular order because we're going on a fly-out moose hunt at the end of September. And that's part of this order, is part of that process. But it's also, a lot of the reason we're putting these beds together is it's also helping fund my Vanagon restoration so I can get the Vanagon fixed. So that's what I've been up to this week. It's been really, really hectic, and I'll insert like some building pictures and stuff like that because I do have some pictures, but I didn't really film much of the actual building process. I will in a future video or future videos. I'll actually walk you through the whole process on what it takes to build log furniture. I build dressers, nightstands, I build all kinds of stuff. It just gives me an outlet for creativity. So, as you can see, my shop is an absolute dumpster fire right now. Got to get the finish on these beds. That'll start happening probably tomorrow. But for today, I'm tired. I've been grinding in this shop from 6 o'clock in the morning till, well, I was out here last night until almost midnight. So that was a long, long, long day, and I was smoked when I got done. But I figured I'd take you through the process a little bit and just kind of show you what's been going on. The adventures are coming. We're going back out on the road here real soon. I got a lot of upgrades I got to do to the Vanagon still, and a lot of minor fixes. I have new axles and CV joints and all kinds of new parts in this pile right here that's currently buried under dust that I have to get on, but I can't get the van in here to work on it until I get all this order done. And sooner I get this order done, the sooner I can get out to go fishing, because the fish are just starting to show up in good numbers and salmon season's here. So I need to get my butt going. But I wanted to take you on a little video here. I'm gonna head out of here in a few minutes and go find somewhere to just relax. I want to sit and just kind of relax. The sun did come out, which was shocking. It wasn't even in the forecast for today. But we have extreme windstorm all day today, which kind of sucks. The power's been out off and on down the road. Thankfully, I never lost power here at the shop. The pole right outside the shop from here down was without power. I got lucky. I just had a couple of flashes, and then my power stayed on here in the shop. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna get motor in here. But I'll put a little montage of my son and helping build and do all the fun stuff here that I've got. And then, like I said, I'll bring you back later for other videos where we actually build furniture from this process, because this is what the logs look like when we cut them and brought them into the shop. So that's where they start, like, then they end up looking, or they get peeled and end up over there. Then I select whichever logs I feel like I want to use to build the beds. But that's it's a long, very strenuous process to build one bed. And as you can see, there's 10 right here, plus 2 king-size beds in the back that I built a while back. So yeah, we've got a lot of furniture been built here recently. Now I just got to get it all finished so I can get rid of it all, so I can make room in here to work on the van. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Say, they're eating dinner. Oliver's hanging out. Justin and Danny are putting finish on the beds. First coat. And I'm just watching, which has been a nice change. Yes, somebody needs to supervise this operation. Might as well be you guys. You can see how even just the first coat of finish changes the coloring.
Can I touch the picture?
What, sweetie?
Can I have that?
You want to film?
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
You have to fix that there.
Don't touch the camera though.
Hi. I'm
Kid cam.
Kid cam. Yippee.
Give it back. Uh-oh. Drink down. All right. Well, we'll let them do their thing. I'm gonna get out of their hair, and we'll go upload this video. So we'll see you in the next one.